What's good, family? We're back with another reaction. These videos are for entertainment purposes. Make sure you go out and do your own research, because I'm not responsible for what you do or don't believe. The road to success isn't always easy, but it's worth it. Keep pushing forward. It's hard out here, man. There's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. And it is up to us, the people, to make a difference. If you want to see a change, you got to be the change that you want to see. It's that simple. Is it easy? No, it's not. But it's simple.
Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Sam Altman, and Larry Ellison all have underground bunkers, like multi-million-dollar underground bunkers. So my theory is they're either lizards and prefer to live underground.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still.
What an odd thing to say.
Or they're vampires because they don't like the sun. Or they just know something that we don't, and that feels like insider trading in its own way. Whatever. This is my driver. I feel like there's something more to this. Why do they all have complexes? Underground. What are you hiding from? Or what are you planning to hide from? Whatever.
That was a good question.
It's not whatever. I just don't have enough money.
Right.
You cannot control who likes you. You cannot control who believes in you. You cannot control who supports you. You cannot control who invests in you. You cannot control who has faith in you. You cannot control who claps for you. You cannot control what other people can do for you. But you liking yourself, you can control that. You loving yourself, you can control that. You having faith in yourself, you can control that. You supporting yourself, you believing in yourself, you investing in yourself, you praising yourself, you clapping yourself, you loving yourself, you can control that. So get full of you loving you. Get full of you believing in you. Get full of you supporting you. Get full of you praising you, because you can control that every single day. Choose to love you no matter what. Choose to believe in you no matter what. Choose to have faith in you no matter what. Choose to support you no matter what. Who likes you? You cannot control that. Who loves you? You cannot control that. Who believes in you? You cannot control that. But you loving yourself, you can control that. You believing in yourself, you can control that. You supporting yourself, you can control that. So every day, love on you no matter what. Every day, believe in you no matter what. And every day, dare to be you no matter what. Follow for more.
Be respectful. Be respectful. Be respectful. What in the hell could she have done to make them people that damn mad?
Right.
I need backstory. I need to follow up. I need answers.
I'm with them. I'm with you, brother.
Family, check this out. This is really sad. This is an alien creature. Almost looks like a fairy almost, but they said that they captured it and put it in this glass container and trapped it. And this is what it's doing. So when we see things like this, I know it's difficult to believe. Sometimes it's really hard for me to even, fathom that these type of beings exist. But hear me out. One of the things that I recognized when I did some research on this particular creature is that this was filmed way before AI became, as prevalent as it is right now. So AI wasn't even available when this creature was filmed in this, in this box somewhere in South America or somewhere in Mexico or something to that extent. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The second thing to keep in mind is that we are in a magical realm, right? Everything that we have thought to be fictional is coming back. There's been many sightings of all kinds of things. And I always report on these things because I want to, it's for the open-minded, first of all. My content isn't for everybody. So if you're going to come in, saying AI, you know what? That's your prerogative, but you will get deleted and blocked if you start being rude, because there's some people that come in and say some really horrible things, and you will get deleted and blocked really quickly. But if you're very respectful, I don't mind you expressing your viewpoint. Let's get that out the way. The frequencies on Earth are only going to continue to rise, y'all. The Schumann resonance has been spiking, okay? And the major spikes. We just had, in Australia, everybody saw this bright red ionized particles all around where it turned everything red. Bright red. Same thing was in Florida. Everything turned red. Some are saying it's Nibiru. Who knows? The Earth goes through an epoch every 24,000 years. It's like a shift, a change of the guard. Right now, we're shifting into the age of Aquarius, the age of disclosure, exposure. Everything comes out, right? The veil is going to continue to thin until it's no more. It's pretty much almost gone at this point. It's just, what are we willing to see? What are we open to seeing? This is why it's really important and imperative, because the sun is going to heat up a lot more, and there's going to be a massive solar flare, a massive solar flash that happens. And when that happens, if our bodies aren't prepared, it's not going to be good. And this is why I can't continue to stress enough the need to detox. We got to remove the parasites. We got to remove the heavy metals. I have the Parasite Blast available on JRC Collections. We also have to eradicate the eggs. So zeolite or activated charcoal taken with that. Chlorophyll is a blood purifier. We need to push out all heavy metals and plastics and toxins from our bodies. We have to prepare, because things are going to just continue to escalate on Earth. And as things continue to rise, if we're not ready, it's not going to be good. And that's just a fact. I'm not fear-mongering. So link in bio, JRC Collections. Check out this next clip. So for all the non-believers, this was filmed a couple years ago, maybe. And it was this man. He was on a Facebook Live or TikTok Live or one of those things, but he was live with his followers. So they actually saw this, okay? This was a being, like a fairy-like creature that was in this tree. He happened to see this opening in the tree, and he saw something move. And he literally saw a little being come and look at him. So it's looking at him, he's looking at it. They don't want us to believe that these type of creatures exist still, right? They're still all around us. We just have not been privy. We haven't really had our third eye completely open. But now things are changing as the energies continue to shift on Earth. So the next day that he came back, because he wanted to capture it again, someone had taken a big log or stick and had pushed it through that hole. So it was boarded up, so he couldn't see it anymore. So the powers that be, of course, didn't want this to continue to, be something that we would all see. That's why they poisoned us. They want to keep us in this sleeping state, I should say. But these are the magical things that exist here on Earth. Again, y'all, the frequencies on Earth are only going to continue to rise, right? It's going to get really hot on Earth. Once in the transcendental state of consciousness, I visualized, I was shown what was going to happen. And there's a lot of big things that are going to occur. We have to be ready. We have to detox. We have to flush out all the toxins. We have to flush out the parasites. They want to keep us with parasites because they don't want us to be ready. We have to stay ahead of it. Link in bio. Peace and love.
Parasite Blast Detox Complex from Balancer. Just one extra. Strength capsule and a glass of water starts a powerful blend of herbs working fast. Inside, parasites are targeted and broken down.
Jump in it.
Whoa! Oh my God! He's coming! Hold on! Grab my hand! Hang on! I got him! Hold on! Whoa! Get something! Get him on!
We don't need to overthrow the government. We need to build a new system that renders the government obsolete. We've outsourced so much of our power to the government and to all of these companies that are making all of these products for us. We think we need all of these things. We don't actually need more. We can live very simply. We can live very connected. We can have connections with our neighbors and our local farmers and our community in a way that we can have all of the things that we actually need. So much of the things we don't need, we just think we need them because our lives feel so meaningless elsewhere. So we don't need to overthrow the government. We need to build something new that just allows the government to slowly fade off into the distance.
They're not going to allow that.
Y'all never just think about how much our DNA has been altered? Like, just think about it. Out of all the different cultures throughout human history, so many of them have all these stories of beings coming from the sky and teaching us stuff. And these beings look so much more different than us. Whether they super tall, whether they got extra appendages. It's so many stories across all human cultures that talk about this shit. Yet you think about it, it's still goofy motherfuckers out here that still don't believe that aliens or angels or demons are real. Like, it's really people that still don't believe this shit. Yet literally, the foundation of human history damn near is beings coming from the sky and teaching us new shit. Y'all don't ever think about that. Even in the Bible, when they talk about the Nephilim and shit, human DNA was altered, bro. Human DNA was altered. Whether you want to talk about the Nephilim, the Anunnaki, whatever you want to talk about, whether you want to get into the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, it don't matter what you want to talk about. Human DNA was altered, bro. The human mind was altered. Not enough people talk about this shit, man. Not enough people talk about this shit. We talk about all this dumbass shit on a daily basis, but these are the real conversations we need to be having.
I agree.
Hello, for Jackie, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you're like a white guy.
What's that?
Are you like a white guy?
Excuse me?
Are you like a normal guy? Like you speak English? Sorry.
No, you can get out of the car. I'm gonna cancel a ride. That's inappropriate.
What?
It's completely inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in the seat, what would be the difference?
Are you serious?
She said, wow, you're a white guy.
Stop, bro.
That's okay. I'm not gonna take the ride. You guys can get out.
Really?
Yeah, completely inappropriate.
Oh, you're a
I know that.
It's all on camera, man.
I know
It's all on
that.
camera.
punch you in the face.
You're gonna threaten me?
Yeah,
Assault.
right, yeah.
Wow.
Because you guys are racist.
You're
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man.
Go ahead.
It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
I love that. Listen, because we are more alike than we are different. I am your sister from another mister, and you're my brother from another mother. And we are all family. We're all family. And I love you.
An Uber Eats driver has gone viral for her unique way of getting you to give her bigger tips when she delivers to your doorstep. And this is what she's actually doing to get a bigger tip. Uber Eats driver goes viral for adding her feet in delivery photos for bigger tips. And yes, it's exactly what it means. She takes a picture of your food delivery with her feet in the photo. She's posted numerous delivery photos all over her social media. There's another one right there. And here's another example of her with her feet in a delivery photo. And I know many of you may be saying there's no way she's getting bigger tips for putting her feet in delivery photos. But have a look at her earnings for yourself. The fare was $15.99. Look at the tip she received for leaving her feet in the photo. $49.69 was the tip on almost a $16 order, a $50 tip on a $16 order. So my question to you is, what are your thoughts on her unique way to get bigger tips while delivering for Uber Eats? Let me know in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
She must be single. That's some single girl shit, I think.
Please tell me this isn't true. I just heard that with Agenda 2030, we will no longer be permitted to have animals as pets.
What?
Now, if that's really true, it's going to spark a revolution because I 100% will be fighting. Tell me what you think in the comments and if you've heard anything similar.
I have not heard anything like that. That's wild.
Here's a creepy fact, a psychology fact that you may or may not know. Did you know that you don't actually know what you really look like? So when you see yourself in a photo or in the mirror, what you're looking at is your perception of what you look like and not how everybody else sees you and what you look like to them. For some reason, this one really just had my mind going bonkers. What are your thoughts? Bye.
Bye. I feel like I did know that, though. I feel like I did.
Almost 100% sure that they taught us that blood was blue inside the body until it hits oxygen and then it turns red. And I just saw a video of a 6th grade teacher talking about why do her 6th graders think that blood is blue. And my first thought was, how do you, as a teacher, not know that blood is blue until it hits oxygen? And then I looked it up, and apparently that was never true. So now I'm wondering, because I could have sworn they taught us this in schools. Like, I don't even know if this is a Mandela effect or if this is just like misinformation completely, or if they are like they just lied to it. Wait, who else thinks that blood is blue? Actually, let me ask my husband. Hold on. Wait. Babe, when your blood is inside your body, what color is it?
Blue.
See, it's not okay. So apparently that's never been true. Like, blood has always been red. That's just a myth.
It's only red
when it hits oxygen. Thank you. Okay, so apparently that's just a myth. So I feel like they taught us this in schools. My mom's also in the medical field and also taught me this. Like, this is gonna, what the hell?
That is true, it was. But
you speak truth, you understand that it's going to ruffle feathers. I speak truth knowing people are not going to like what I say, but that doesn't mean that it's not right to do it. Everything that is actually right is going against what everybody's doing today. So you have to expect to get people upset when you're speaking the truth. That's why it's the truth. The lie is comfortable. The things that you want to hear, the lies, the illusion, right? The program, it doesn't want you to hear the truth. That's why it upsets you. Because everything that feels good is here for a reason. To keep you in the fucking program.
Yeah, so so on my other social media accounts, I cut these videos into little reels and I post them on like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And I posted one about the moon landing being fake. And this guy had a whole scientific breakdown of how it happened and how NASA's I'm like, bro, first of all, that's the program version. That's the brainwashed version that you're telling me. I can't remember if I told him that NASA in Hebrew meant to deceive. I don't remember if I said that or not. But he real life got on my account calling me a liar and telling me that I was just saying whatever fit in my narrative. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because it's very easy to go find the information that I'm talking about on social media. If you were able to find my channel, I know for a fact you're able to find other channels. I know for a fact that you're able to find other content. That truth is truth. There's my truth, there's your truth, and there's the truth. As long as the truth comes out, that is what matters. But I still want to hear your truth, and I hope you still want to hear my truth. And when you speak truth, it pisses people off. It ruffles feathers. And you know what? I'm not here to not ruffle feathers. If I ruffle your feathers, good. I'm glad I do. Because then that means I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Because when you allow something outside of yourself to ruffle your feathers, one, you are giving your power away. But two, ask yourself, why is that ruffling my feathers? Maybe there's truth to it. And you just are in denial and don't want to admit it. I don't know. That's your own journey for you to take, for you to figure out. I love you.
If you ever see angel numbers, or in other words, sequences of the same number, and you seem to not be able to escape them, no matter what, you open up the comments, you open up your car door, you open up your computer, you'll see recurring sequences of numbers. At the most pinnacle moment of times, by the way, these aren't random. Absolutely not random, and the odds of them are such that it's like impossible odds when you get some of these sequences. But do you know what this means? When you see a angel number, so just to explain, angel numbers, recurring sequences of numbers, these would be appointed by God, by the way, so I'm not saying the angels are not apart from, they're from God. Here's the crazy part. When you constantly are seeing recurring sequences of numbers, what this means is, what you should remember and know in that exact moment, is that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And there is no other place or other thing you should have, could have, would have done than where you are right now. It should completely humble you, make you feel completely present, make you feel stoked. I get in the car to leave, It's 11:11. I checked the freaking speedometer, the odometer rather, 444. Open up the comments, it's 888. What are the odds you open up when there's a triple sequence of numbers? Of course, very slim. Like, what are the odds? So this indicates when you see these numbers, you are in divine alignment. You are aligned with your angels and with God. You are fulfilling your purpose on earth today. This is known as a synchronicity. When you get synchronicities, it's because you're in sync. You're in tune with the vibrations and the frequencies of this entire experience that we're meant to go through. And you'll also notice when you see an angel number, you should immediately think, what was I just thinking about? And you can even look these up too. I looked them up. Joanne, Sacred Scribes, she has a great articles on each of them. And, you know, you could be worried about finances, for example. If you see 369, that indicates all of your material needs will be met and you need not worry. A lot of these times, if you get an angel number, you should, any worry or anxiousness in your head should absolutely dissipate like a freaking pollen in the wind, man. You are being guided 100%. And when you're willy-nilly worried about stuff, that is attracting more of that. You're going to manifest your own fears if you're worried about it. So I hope you get a lot of these and you're in tune with it. You are if you're seeing them anyway, but I'm just saying, blessings to you. You're on the right path. We're all exactly where we're meant to be. There's nowhere else you should have, would have, could have done. You're right where you're supposed to be.
I just found out why shoemakers go to heaven.
Because they got good souls.
That's my part. And that really pisses me off. I was just thinking, when an adult film star is getting undressed, aren't they technically getting dressed for work? I don't know. And that really pisses me off. I just found out that you or your best friend will never make it to each other's funeral. It hurts. And it really pisses me off. So today I asked my tan friend, spell N-word. He said hard R or soft A. I didn't understand. And it really pissed me off. I just found out if you rip a hole in the net, there's actually fewer holes than before. And the bigger the hole, the less holes. And that really pisses me off. I just found out what's the cheapest meat you can buy. It's deer balls. They're under $1. I didn't know that. And that really pisses me off. I just found out what they call a Chinese man who video records. Filming. Man, that really pisses me off.
He's funny.
After watching this, you'll never want to buy a new car ever again.
Any new cars have this feature that I'm going to call the Eye of Sauron. This is a driver monitor system that watches your eyes to see what you're looking at if you're paying attention, all of that. To make things even worse, you can't truly fully disable this. You can disable some of the warnings, but it'll always be watching you.
Who asked for
You
this?
pair that with the fact that the automakers also have your GPS coordinates at all times. And now you can see why I call this the Eye of Sauron. They're always watching. And finally, this version's very easy to see, but automakers are looking to maybe put some driver monitors up in this area, hide it in the dash, maybe somewhere on the steering wheel. In the future, you won't be able to tell that your car has it, so maybe it's time to buy an old car.
I don't want to be tracked, and I don't know about you guys, but these older cars seem a lot more appealable now. Like and share.
Right. Yeah. I'm looking for a 2000 or less. I don't
There
want...
is so much to love about you. But one of the qualities that I love about you the most is your outlook on life. Oh, yes. See, you're a glass half full type of person. You are always grateful for what you do have. You damn right. You tend to focus on the things that you can control instead of constantly dwelling on all the things that you can't. You're not positive because you've had this easy, spoon-fed life. Hell no, it was actually the opposite. You are positive because you want to make the most out of your life. You're making that choice. So keep shining and stay strong, because I'm gonna tell you this right now, the way you live your life, you are a walking inspiration to so many people. Don't ever forget that. You are and will always be appreciated. And if you made it this far in this message, go ahead and drop a blue heart in that comment section. Now I love you. I'm out of here.
I love you too, brother. And I love you.
McDonald's, what are you doing? All the files have been released. As strange as that has been, as weird as that has been for all of us, now McDonald's is offering a night meal with the Moloch on it. Do you guys know what Moloch is? It's the deity of child sacrifice. People used to sacrifice their children to it. It's just...
Bro, I hope that's not real.
I'm just gonna let y'all know now. Everything's a lie, bro. Don't eat no fast food no more, bro. I want y'all to all take the time out of y'all's day to Google human compost. Alright? Look into human compost. Look into specifically associated with hospitals. Look up hospitals, human compost. Look up McDonald's and big food companies and how they have contracts with hospitals. Look into these things. What are these contracts? What are they doing? Well, they're using human as filler, bro. Like, straight up. I'm gonna be real with y'all, 100%. I sound insane right now. Go down the rabbit hole, bro. This is real shit. This is not even bullshit. This can be backed up by factual evidence. They are putting people in your food, my dude. My ladies. Whatever the fuck y'all call yourselves. I'm just letting y'all know. If y'all want to eat human meat and be a part of... I mean, it's really mass-produced, demonic, ritualistic shit that's taking place. This is spiritual warfare, and it all has to do with controlling energy, and energy vibrates at certain frequencies. If they've got everybody eating human, they're controlling your frequency just off that alone, the electromagnetic frequencies and the shit they spray in the air. I ain't playing with y'all. Don't eat none of that shit, bro. That's why it's best to damn near be plant-based, or if you're eating animal, getting it directly from the source. But anything that isn't directly from the source or is straight from the earth, like, you know, I wouldn't trust nothing packaged or canned at all at this point in our days, in our life, this point in the world. Eat real shit. If it ain't real, if it's packaged, processed anyway, even with the meat, like, go get some ground meat. Well, you better do your research on the company that you're getting that from. If it's mass produced, I wouldn't fucking touch it. Straight up. You need to buy from Jenny or John down the road who kills their cows locally. If you ain't eating that shit, and I wouldn't eat pigs at all because pigs don't sweat. Therefore, they're full of toxins that destroy your body and vibrate at the level of gluttony. So I wouldn't associate with that neither, you guys. I would probably just primarily eat plants or grass-fed, grass-finished beef. I don't do the beef personally, but if you're going to eat meat, that's what I would eat, that, you know, that there's science and evidence to back up that that's good for you. All the other shit kills you and is cut with human. So if you're in cannibalism, you know.
My 17-year-old and I were just talking the other day about hospitals and about how, what if they had their own butcher in the back of the hospital, like where the cafeteria is, that's closed off to everybody but the butcher, and that's how they get their meat. Just a perspective. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, knowing what we know today, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past them.
Here are some companies that are currently poisoning us, that know they're poisoning us and are doing it anyways. The first one is Colgate toothpaste. If you use Colgate toothpaste, they recently found large amounts of lead in the toothpaste. And the most disturbing part is they found the most amount of lead in the Hello Kids brand. Literally putting lead into our children's toothpaste that they put inside of their body because they swallow it. And then it can cause lead poisoning. Insane, okay? If that doesn't blow your mind, Chobani yogurt, the one that is labeled gut friendly, right, that we pay a lot of money for, actually has phthalates in it, okay? Phthalates causes cancer, it causes reproductive issues, it causes a slew of things. Actually insane. I think of all the people out there trying to conceive, trying to get pregnant, like, you could have phthalates in your body stopping you from being able to, like, reproduce. Like, it's ridiculous. It infuriates me. Last but not least, we have Starbucks coffee. Starbucks is being sued, and this one really gets me going because it is the decaf coffee. Who drinks decaf coffee? People who are pregnant, people who are elderly, people who have diabetes, people who already have, like, are at like a vulnerable state. Starbucks found VOCs. They found VOCs in Starbucks coffee. The decaf beans, specifically. Actually insane. VOCs is the same thing as in paint, as in nail polish remover. So bad for you and can cause cancer. All three of these products knowingly are poisoning us and knowingly are hurting us. And yeah, we're getting away with it for the most part. Not anymore because they are being sued, so hopefully now they will make better choices. But if you are interested in joining the class action lawsuit, the website that I used was claimmoney.com. I filed for all of these on that website, and it is still open and active, so I highly recommend it. And I highly recommend telling everybody you know because, yeah, this is horrible.
Antarctica. It's official. There's nothing down there. You can clearly see this water is empty and hence the rest of the continent must be as well. Like, is that Nah, there's no way. It's definitely just a case of pareidolia. You know, the human tendency to see faces in everyday things. Despite dozens of retired Navy officers who were stationed in Antarctica coming out and exposing what they really saw down there. Because of course, who could forget about this pyramid-shaped mound under the snow cut with incredible precision and perfectly aligned with northeast-southwest. But oh, it's just a mountain for sure. There's a lot more like this, so I guess it's just a common natural rock formation down there. Even aerial shots irrefutably prove they're just normal mountain ranges. How dare we even suggest that there might be something more going on in Antarctica? Here we have a satellite photo of some sort of disk that appears to have crashed and 4 other large objects surrounding it. Some claim it's a UFO crash site surrounded by some sort of surveillance units, but it's clearly just a, a near-perfect triangle, also with a crash-landed appearance with an oddly familiar shape. Nah, there's no way. Yet another disk shape up in the Antarctic mountain.
Listen! Aristotle Onassis, the richest man in the world at the time, back in the 60s, said that if he was flat broke, he would do one thing, and he said, and I learned this in the secret society. He goes, that one thing is I would go to physical locations, whether it was a restaurant or a club or something, where a yacht club or something, where wealthy people are, and I would be in the same room with them. Don't have to meet anybody, don't have to talk to anybody. He said I would just be in the same physical space as wealthy people. And he said he learned this ritual from the secret societies when he was a part of them. Because being in the same space of wealthy people means you are in the energy field of people who have big, expanded.
Now, what I've been preaching on these apps for the last week, bro, is that reverse society is literally what he just talked about. It's literally the first decentralized private ecosystem that you get all of these perks. Meaning that it's a RWA. Any RWA that starts off always has a hard dip and then goes to the moon. And I'm telling y'all, the first event that's going to happen July 12th in Miami, right here, South Beach, that shit going to be lit. They have Auto, which is a car club, Capital for Forex traders, people that trade crypto, Hospitality, those who like to travel, Crazy Attire, basically like crazy clothing, limited edition, RWA, and they have a place for content creators. There's 3 divisions of it. It's 888 and 888. 888 being the top position, you'll have access to everything. This is literally the first of its kind. And if you don't have your gold card by then, you're cooked. I made sure I aped the very first day, gang. And they have their own in-house trading platform. Bro, banger. Comment Matrix and I'm going to send you to the website. I'm going to put the contract address to the coin on the comments. You can also look this shit up on Coinbase.
There ain't no motherfucking way, dog. This supposed to be a motherfucking sunrise. It looked like 2 suns, dog. That's what it looked like. I don't give a fuck what you say. I ain't never seen no shit look like this. Nah, this ain't AI either. I know it's gonna be a motherfucking bot in the comments with some stupid ass excuse for this shit. But I'm gonna let you know right now, you's a motherfucking lie. I know you know that you ain't never seen no shit like this before. Now I keep on saying it's a bunch of crazy shit going on in the motherfucking sky. And as you can see in this motherfucking video, it looked like the sun with that big ass red ball that been circulating all over Al Gore's internet. So you tell me what the fuck you think, because I think that's the sun and that's motherfucking Nibiru. But look at the still close shot. That shit look crazy as a motherfucker. I wish they didn't enhance it so motherfucking much though, cause now it look fake, but it ain't fake. This is real shit. Now look, if I see this shit in person, you know what I like to say. I would've liked to got the fuck on up out of there. Ain't no telling what the fuck's in that shit. Ain't no telling what the fuck going on. 2025 been crazy work. 2024 was crazy work. 2023 was crazy work. 2022 was crazy work. 2021 is crazy work. 2020 for damn sure was crazy work. Ever since that motherfucking shit from 2019, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, when we all had to stay in the goddamn house. Now look what the fuck is going on. Ain't shit been right ever since. Damn, I'm tired of this shit. Dog, the math ain't math in no motherfucking more. And I needed the math, dog. Peace.
Peace. I'm tired of this shit too, dog.
This is not prophecy, but prediction. If this was predicted 27 years ago, somebody knew something. Okay, here's the list. This is an abbreviated list. I could have made it much longer. You know I can. I didn't. Okay, you ready for the list? Fast mutating viral disease pandemics. Genetically developed vaccines. DNA database tracking. DNA chips. Get this one. 1997. Gene-based pharmaceuticals. Transmitting genetic instructions for a disease process. How about this one? You ready for it? Wait for it. Artificial intelligence to determine gene patterns. 27 years ago, who had heard about AI? Apparently they had. How about this one? Robots for doing genome sequencing. And then, this one blew me away. Using recombinant DNA for making spike proteins. 1997? It gets even worse. Smart homes. They have a whole chapter on smart homes / smart cities. This one will absolutely floor you. It did me. In 1997, and this is, you can do the word search and research yourself. They predicted, not 2025, but by 2020, that people would be working from home virtually. Oh, come on. Nuclear devices causing widespread contamination. Nanotech devices. This stuff was never even heard of. Digital currency. And last but certainly not least, vaccination programs. I'm sorry, I got to chuckle, because if I don't, I'll cry. Vaccination programs run by organizations like the World Health Organization for a global killer that has yet to emerge. First printing, February 1997.
So you telling me a billion people might not exist? So there's a viral video going around right now where a lady is talking about China population that everybody think they have, that's in the billions, is a lie. She said the real number is not 1.4 billion. She says closer to 400 to 500 million. And if you ask me, that shit is wild. Look at this shit.
You are ready for the number?
Yes.
At one point I projected under 400 million.
What?
500 million. Under 500 million.
Under 500 million.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that they have a very similar population to the United States and China?
Yes. There's 1 billion people missing.
And this goes back to what we were saying in the beginning or earlier in the podcast with all of the fake IDs and all of this stuff being found out.
Yeah, there's possibly 1 billion people missing.
A billion people missing is a crazy statement. Some people even was talking about them having ghost cities and even schools being closed down because it's not enough people. You got some people over there like, if we had 1.4 billion people, where they at? And here's where it get weird, y'all, because they're saying certain shit don't add up, like the electrical bill or the food usage. If you had 1.4 billion people, why is it not adding up to how much food is being bought or ate or the electricity? Something ain't right, y'all. It ain't adding up. So my question is, do y'all think they're lying? And if they are lying, why are they lying about this? And what happened to everybody?
Who knows?
So in 1986, I and many others in the world watched the Challenger explode on national TV, and 7 astronauts lost their lives. At least that's what we thought we saw. Or did they? What if I told you that it never happened and those people went on to live long, productive lives, even some working with the same accident that was advertised to the world? Nothing is ever what it seems. You know I'm always bringing proof. So you tell me what you think. Let's take a look at it.
Let's start with former NASA astronaut Michael J. Smith, with the same name as this retired professor from the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Are you Michael Smith? Professor at university? Retired? Yeah. Yeah, I just stopped by because there's a room. Are you aware that there's a rumor on the internet that people are saying?
Yeah, it's not me, obviously. I mean, anybody that looks at my background, looks where I was born, it's not me. I mean, it's interesting that the Michael J. Smith that was the astronaut looks something like me when we were younger, but really not if you really look at facial recognition.
You never been a pilot, never been in the military?
Nothing like that.
Huh.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I don't respond to the emails I get. I get probably an email, maybe 2 a month.
Really?
Yeah, and I got one guy that's been really hounding me, and I turned it over to the FBI.
Okay. Yeah, you just sure look alike. It's the same name.
I know the facial thing, but that's what we look like. What? 40 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Judith Resnick, with an exact doppelganger working at Yale University. 37 years have passed and she hasn't even changed her name. Side by side, there's no denying it. When she's approached, she has a very odd way of not responding.
Hey, Judy, this is a conspiracy about space shuttle. I want to be polite. Friendly, just a question.
A coinkadink? I think not.
Guys, you know how I say they love to put the truth in plain sight? Now, this is exactly what I mean. Watch this.
Blow up. It's not always an accident. What do you mean, not an accident? Who is this guy singing? And who am I? A conspiracy fly. Did you know NASA means deceive in Hebrew? I did not. The Denver airport was built by the Illuminati.
Now, is it just me or did that fly just say NASA means to deceive in Hebrew? Now I'm about to show you how NASA is trolling everyone. So we are in the book of Genesis chapter 3 verse 13. This is where Satan deceived Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Let's just take a closer look at this word beguiled here. And the Hebrew translation for beguiled is, well, you guessed it, NASA, which means to lead astray, to delude, to beguile, or to deceive. So NASA literally means to deceive. You guys ever wondered, like, what is this red thing going through NASA's logo is? Well, let me show you. Yeah. But did you guys also know that if you type in flat earth backwards into Google, if you're not gonna believe what pops up. Look at this. NASA.gov. Must be a coincidence, right? And of course, all this was for entertainment purposes only. Of course, NASA doesn't mean deceive in Hebrew. And of course, that red thing going through their logo is not a snake's tongue. Of course it's not. But what do you guys think about this? Y'all let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow me, and share this. Let's get this one out to the people. And like always, God bless.
I believe he was spot on with that one.
The real truth, you better wake up and find out, has been around you all of your life. You just didn't see it. Example, Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946. Abe Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John Kennedy was elected president 1960. The names Lincoln and Kennedy both contain 7 letters. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both of the presidents' wives lost children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday in the head. President Lincoln's secretary was named Miss Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Miss Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, in 1939. Both assassins were known by three names: John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald. Both names are comprised of 15 letters. President Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car named Lincoln, made by Ford. John Wilkes Booth ran to a theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before they could go to trial. And a week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe.
The truth is hidden in plain sight, and this is how they hide everything. If you are looking for the knowledge that has been hidden from us, if you want to know the meaning behind these symbols, if you want to know who controls the world, this ebook will literally unveil that to you, and ye shall know the truth, and truth shall set you free.
At least 70 different species, and probably more. But yes, as odd as it sounds, there are little green men. That's not the ones we usually see, though. We see the little gray ones. They're about 4.5 feet tall. And we see the ones that are called the Nordics. They're about 7 feet tall, look like us, but they're invariably blonde hair and blue-eyed. They're one of the species that we have on ice. Genetic experiments.
Where they came from and why they're here?
Well, the whole thing started in July 2nd, 1947. That was the first crash.
First crash of an alien spaceship.
Of an alien spaceship. July 6th is when they recovered it and sent it to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. July 7th is when they held the press conference and told the people it was a weather balloon, which the press bought hook, line, and sinker. September of that year, President Truman established MJ-12, and the purpose of that was to study the saucers and cover up the existence of UFOs.
And you say we recovered alien bodies from that incident, right?
4 from that particular crash, yes.
And what'd they do with them?
They autopsied them. Dr. Detlef Bronk was the chief surgeon, so to speak. He was the one that named them EBEs. And it stands for extraterrestrial biological entities. And we captured 3 live EBEs. They were numbered in their order of capture: EBE-1, EBE-2, and EBE-3.
Where did we capture? Where did this happen?
In different crashes. EBE-1 lived with an Air Force colonel between 1949 and 1952. The EBEs are kept in an electromagnetic facility called a YY-2. It was designed by a Dr. Eric Wang, who worked directly for Dr. Kissinger, who has been in this cover-up since the very beginning. The reason they had to create an electromagnetic facility is the fact that the EBEs are so advanced, they're at least 500 million years advanced from us, and probably more. They can move by thought.
Move by thought.
And they can also disappear. But they can't move by thought through electromagnetic facilities. So they built this facility. There was 2, one in Los Alamos, and one either at Edwards or up at the test site.
At Groom Lake, Nevada.
At Groom Lake. Now there's still one EBE still living, EBE-3, and there is a videotape that eventually is going to be released to the public, and it's an interview with him.
Okay, we're recording. State planet origin? Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. Gosh. Tell us the truth, or the word, or another way to do it. It is truth. Only far off. Far off future. To travel in time is to travel in space. Or from special dimensions. So I take it aliens took over our future, right? So we're human. How?
We found out that their digestive system is atrophied. They can't eat through their mouth anymore. You know how they eat? Well, these cattle mutilations, they take the hormones and the enzymes from those cattle and they spread it on their skin. And their skin absorbs the nutrients and then excretes the waste back through their skin.
Have you seen the astronauts?
They lying. Yeah, y'all seen it. They ain't got no space shuttle riding on side of it recording it. They ain't got no drone they flying, showing us the outside footage of that motherfucker as they travel. They ain't got no camera in a satellite that's showing us that motherfucker just shot them out. They ain't got nothing but some niggas in some capsules looking in the camera. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Do you believe space is real?
No. How did they call back in the 70s? Up to space. What phone wrong up there? What phone wrong up there?
I don't believe the moon landing is real, but I believe space is real.
I don't believe man have left God's the firmament that sits over earth. The man and the woman that was up there for what, almost a year last year that was stuck up there, where they at?
Yeah, they were up there for like 4 months.
Longer, almost a year.
Yeah.
So, what stories do they have to tell? Oh dang, man, I don't think they're going up there.
What would it take to convince you that it's real?
When that motherfucker take off, it's a motherfucker following with a camera like they do me. Look at his ass go up there, y'all. And when they in space, they in the window saying, look at, say what's up, nigga? And they in space, say, there you go right there. If they can't do that, they lying. They can do your car like that when you bag up from space. They can show your car right there. So why they can't just show us something? They are everybody, like Star Trek used to do. Star Trek used to show the outside of the galaxy, and while it was float. Nah, niggas, nah, man. And then I think that's water. I think if you go up there, you come under there.
Wow, a lot of people think that's the ocean. Space is the ocean.
I think if you go up there, you come from up under there. That's why everything lands in the water.
So you're pretty much saying we're the only people in existence. There's no other planets. So what is the sun? Where's the sun come from? The sun is the most powerful thing in the universe.
Yeah, it is. God created the sun. But this is what I'm saying. Who been up there?
I mean, it's astronauts that have stories that, you could check in. They have interviews about it. They tell
I know
some
stories. Penn nigga got some good motherfucking stories. Sound good, believable, and everything.
What if we only live in the reality where the world doesn't end? Hear me out.
What do you mean?
How many times has the world almost ended?
2012, that was one.
No, like, think about it. Many different occasions, different times. Like, how many times were they talking about nuclear war? They were talking about that shit in the 70s, 80s, right?
Okay.
They're still talking about it now. They talk about it in like early 2000s. They always have that, And there are times like I'm pretty sure it got hot.
Yeah.
Now, what if we only live in the reality where it doesn't happen? Because somebody changes the dimension to the reality where it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like they manipulate our current reality and be like, boom, we're headed this direction. Let me steer us in the right.
Who would be able to do that though?
Somebody that can control it. That's why they're messing up the Mandela effects. What if the reason so many Mandela effects are coming out is because of that?
Word.
So many new ones are coming out because they're steering us in the directions like, oh, it's getting hot.
Yeah.
And then boom, a new Mandela effect.
I think people should be too sure if what they see in the sky is real. You see what they made in China, right? China, let's put things in the sky and make it look like it's in the sky. They got fucking
holograms.
Yeah, in the sky.
They created their own artificial sun as well.
So
if I send y'all a video,
I'm not saying the stuff not happening, but I'm saying that be careful what you see.
Yeah, because I feel like they're trying to. Oh, you know what the government just did,
We're
right?
about to see Jesus come down in the clouds soon.
Well, hold on. So, beat this.
They're about to bring them.
The government has just bought a domain for aliens.gov.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah, that's why people are complaining that the National Archive website that had the files there is gone now. They're transferring it to those domains. And they're going to be doing a drop next week and then another one after the last congressional hearing about the last whistleblower. So
disclosure's coming.
For the thing, they're only going to release things that already been talked about. If it haven't been talked about, they're not going to release it. And then they're going to release something that's old, not nothing's happening now. Because once they release something old, people, I told y'all they're going to be too busy with that information.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
Play the other information.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
That's what they're going to do. They're not going to ever release something at the same time that it need to be released. right? But
Yeah.
people don't understand. They should have to release something for you to understand what's actually around you and what actually is happening.
What they already know, they just catching you up.
You know, everybody know, man. There's no way in hell that we the only thing in creation.
Not mathematically, it's just not possible.
It's impossible. But people can't see other than themselves, so they're gonna always have a hard time viewing quantum physics. Have a hard time viewing that a different version of them exists all at the same time. Have a different time viewing that there is no time, because these people are in love with the time. They can't wait till their birthday come around. They can't wait for the time. Every time is about the time. They can't wait for Christmas. These motherfuckers love time.
This is not a conspiracy. This is scary. So in 2018, scientists discovered a black hole really, really far. Like I want to say it was like 16 million light years away. Something crazy.
Whoa.
Super far from us. They were watching it literally swallow a star.
Oof.
It was sucking a star in.
Did it move or the star move?
The star was getting sucked into this black, like, so it was just like light streams going into this black hole.
And where is it going?
Listen to this. What they thought they knew of black holes, well, they don't know a lot. Stuff gets sucked into it because it's just this mad force of gravitational pull that just sucks everything in.
Yeah.
But this year, they looked at the same black hole and it was spitting the star back out. Like, so light and stuff was coming out of this black hole. Just like, so it was like regurgitating this star.
Just
But,
recycling it.
Like broken apart though. So it's like, what's on the other side? Yeah.
Oh, I thought a star was just a ball of gas.
It is. But light and stuff was coming out of it. So it was like it sucked the star in with the light, fire, all that, whatever a star is. And it was spitting it straight back out.
That's
3 years later.
terrifying.
Oh, now surely this is the right spot. Look at this. This area is filled with books about pretend people.
That's right, Grover. This is the fiction section. Fiction means it's a made-up story. Oh, hey, Elmo, I bet we can find your Galactic Gale comic book here.
Oh, boy, Elmo hope so.
This is mind-blowing and something to think about. Do you ever think about what happens to the bodies after you leave a funeral procession? Why do I ask? Because there's a viral video that's going around where a guy explains how he allegedly believes, because of the weight of some of the caskets, that there are no bodies in them. So this gentleman right here claims that while he was on his side gig of digging graves, he's seen things that have led him to believe that there are no bodies inside the caskets. So basically, while he was digging a grave, the cemetery director walked over to him and said, "Hey, we need to dig up that grave." So he went ahead and they dug up the casket. Upon digging up the casket, it came up uneven, a little crooked, sideways is what he says, like it didn't have enough weight in it. So after that, the funeral director told him it should be lifted up manually. So they went ahead, they lifted it up manually, and that's when he felt that it wasn't heavy enough, and he said to himself, "I don't think there's a body inside this." So he basically asked, "Why is this casket so light?" The funeral director turned to him and said, "Don't ask questions that you're not ready for." One thing I want you to think about now that this story has come to light, and you never thought about it, I never thought about it, there are 144,000 cemeteries across the U.S. as of 2025. One question you should be asking is, when was the last time you seen them build a new cemetery? So of course, I went and did some digging. Why haven't you seen new cemeteries being built? Here is what came up when I searched for it. Land availability. They are building like crazy all over the United States. Therefore, where are you going to put cemeteries? Increased land costs, but funerals cost an arm and a leg. Excuse the pun. Environmental concerns, alternate burial options, and grave recycling. You heard what I said, grave recycling. There is a such thing. In some cases, cemeteries are expanding their capacity by reusing burial spaces through a practice called grave recycling. So the question remains, with so many people across the United States, people pass away every day, every minute. What's going on with the bodies? Where are they going? Are you thinking about this? Is it something that I've never thought about this until I listened to that viral video, and I'm starting to say, Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
They're feeding them to us. Well, not me, I don't even
Now
know.
that these motherfuckers done told us that the aliens are inside the ocean, y'all remember this shit? Do y'all remember this shit when the ocean was on fire? Didn't make no motherfucking sense to me, dog. And then they never even told us if the shit got put out. What the fuck they got going on in the ocean? They got a war going on in that motherfucker? Y'all seen Aquaman and the war they had in the ocean? Y'all seen Black Panther, dog? They been telling us, putting it in motherfucking movies. Ain't nobody wanted to believe the shit. The marine demons, dog. After the flood, where the fuck y'all think the demons went? It was a flood, they went in the motherfucking ocean.
The wizards have their champion. Now we have ours. You will take the throne of Kandak and unleash hell on Earth.
Like I said, they ain't gonna call these motherfuckers demons. They gonna keep calling them alien. Putting it in motherfucking movies. Ain't nobody wanted to believe the shit. The marine demons, dog.
Oh, they was real life spraying water on the water to put out the fire. That was wild. Yeah, just make sure you're going out here doing your own research. I love you, family.
Lady Boss Energy, yeah, she knows the way. You can find her speaking love and light any time of day. Lady Boss Energy, this one she got the vibe, never stop questioning, never tell a lie.